Okay, so if you're an e-com brand owner or manager and you guys are struggling to drive revenue from your email campaigns, then watch this video because I'm about to share with you how we're able to get these amazing results for our clients. So as you can see, really strong results here from the strategy that we implement. You can see really high place order rates, click rates, open rates, etc. But first, let's take a step back and look at why the main reason e-com brands are struggling to drive revenue from their email campaigns. So usually it's three reasons: a lack of frequency, a lack of segmentation, and a lack of content. So let's dive into each one now. Frequency. So you guys need to be sending more campaigns, simple as that. 1 to 2 to 3 campaigns per month does not cut it, because you need to think about it. If you have two identical brands and all else is equal, but brand 1 sends out 2 campaigns to the list each month and brand B sends out 10, which do you think is going to drive more sales? It'll always be brand B, because the more you are in your customer's inbox, the more they're going to remember you and the more likely they are actually going to be able to place an order, and because you're giving them an opportunity to buy. Okay, so now that you realize you need to be sending more campaigns, the question then becomes, what content should we be sending out? This is where you need to get creative, because believe it or not, if you're only sending out discount emails, sales emails, your list will fatigue very quickly and your sales will begin to lose power. So if you want to stand out in your customer's inbox, you need to use segmentation. Surprisingly, 90% of brands do not even use segmentation when sending their campaigns. Most of the time, when I jump into a brand's account and I look at their past campaigns, they're blasting it to their entire list. They've drafted up a campaign, they haven't really thought about who they're sending it out to. They just blast it to every single subscriber in their email list, and they don't even think twice about it. So let's actually take a step back and think about why segmentation is a superpower that your brand can leverage. So let's say your brand has multiple different types of customer profiles and multiple different phases of the sales cycle. You have a non-buyer, you have another non-buyer, but they're aware of your product. So you have 2 non-buyers, one's unaware, one is aware. You have a one-time buyer, 2 to 3 times buyers. You have frequent buyers who are lifelong VIP customers of your brand. And then, so you have all these different phases. You need to think about what the ultimate goal of sending email campaigns is. And that is, at the end of the day, to drive a sale. Yes, you still want to entertain and inform, but the overall goal is to use email to convert the customer to buying your product. So now that we know that, we need to think about what might persuade or convince each different profile into converting. Now, do you think a VIP customer who's bought 5 times would need to see the same content to convert as a non-buyer who is unaware of your product, and vice versa? I doubt it. The non-buyer would have way many more objections about your product, like, does the product even work? Is it for me? Can I trust this brand? Why should I choose this brand over other brands? Whereas a VIP customer, they wouldn't have any of these objections because they bought from you so many times before. So if they both require different messaging to convert, then why are we still sending them the same content in our campaigns? It needs to be different. It needs to align with where they are in the sales cycle in order to convert them. So the content you send to the non-buyer needs to be aimed at addressing these objections, whereas the content you send to the VIP can be more simple and focused on tapping into their status as a VIP. Once your brand realizes this, so many new campaign angles and ideas pop up, and that's how you're able to send out 10 to 12 campaigns a month consistently without getting that email fatigue from your subscribers. So if you're wondering what some content ideas for each different segment are, here's some campaign ideas we implement for our brands. So we'll take this segment here, which is, all subscribers, all the engaged users, the generic content. We'll send out holiday seasonal campaigns. You got your Halloween, your Black Friday, Christmas, Mother's Day, etc. The brand birthday is a really unique one that we like to use. The product spotlight, so diving into a different product each different month, seeing why people love the product and why you should use it. And then a new product release, if you have upcoming products you want to release, it's a good chance to send that to your engaged users. Then you have your non-buyers. So these are people who, they might be somewhat aware of your product. They might not really be aware of it at all. So the content we want to be sending them is to build trust, build value, and handle any objections. So, customer stories, so deep dive into happy customers' experience with the brand. It's a great way to build that trust. Why choose us? It's a great way to build value out of the product. So name 3 to 5 reasons on why your brand is better than competitors and why they should choose your brand over others. Next one is 3 common myths about the product. This is, debunking any misconceptions they may have about your brand. Again, that's handling objections. What media, press say about brand, that's going to build trust because, media and press have that status. And if they've said positive things about your brand, it's going to build that trust and they're going to be more comfortable to place an order. Where we've been featured, again, that's building trust. And don't take our word for it. Check out our awesome reviews. Again, building trust. So there's so many different ways you can build trust, build value, and, address any objections for the non-buyers. Moving on to, your VIP customers. These are people who have purchased frequently. They're likely going to be lifelong customers of the brand. The goal here is to increase their lifetime value and purchase more frequently. So the way we do this is, whenever you have a sale, you want to give them early access. You want to say, hey, as a VIP, we appreciate your loyalty to the brand. Here's early access to our sale. You have an extra 24 hours to capitalize, or you actually have a higher discount than other subscribers. VIP exclusive offers, again, you have a superior discount. Maybe you run a VIP only sale, but it's really important that you do mention them as a VIP if you are sending out these emails. More content is, just your brand updates, generic content that, VIPs might be interested in because they love your brand and they want to hear about any new changes to the brand. It's really important that we utilize plain text emails from the founder, just checking in with the customer, seeing if they enjoy the products, if there's anything that you'd recommend to improve. Creating that personal feel with the founder is a great way to tap into the loyalty and status of the VIP customers. And lastly, introducing referral programs, anything they can do to, spread word of mouth and gain more customers. So there's a bunch more segments I won't go into today, but I've given you 3 that I use. And moving on, this is where having a calendar becomes super, super important. So you're able to actually structure out your campaigns months in advance. You're not scraping together last minute campaigns that have barely had any thought put into them. So it's really important that you guys prepare and you set up and you actually have a dedicated campaign calendar that's showing what days, which campaigns will be sent out. It's really important to make sure you're on top of that so you're not, running into any mishaps along the way. So if you run an e-com brand looking for a small team to maybe run this for you, we'll develop the strategy, create the content, write the emails, design them for you, and schedule them inside of Klaviyo and guarantee you guys profit. Then head over to our website and book a call and we can have a chat. Just a simple call. I'll see if our brand visions align and if it's worth it, I'll make you guys an offer and we'll go from there. But at the very least, I hope you found some value out of that and some tips you can implement into your brand. Hope to speak to you soon.